Uno #1, the best ever. So the whole world can whoop every man. It's showtime!
Bam, baby. You're gonna be out. And if you get up, I'm gonna come right back.
Hey yo, it's your boy Kofi Baisie Jnr. Today we're here. I'm here with the whole team, Daniel, Sowah, Cudjoe, Amedoda. We are very sorry that last week we weren't able to come here with the Total Boxing Show, but guess what? Today is going to be an extra exciting day. Have a lot of topics to be discussing. Ghana boxing has been in the news like the whole week. From scene of ban from the GBA. Amazing fights also happening over the weekend on the box office event at the Kingsway building at the Lighthouse building around the site. And also, the sad thing is that we didn't expect some people to be banned, but hey, it has happened. But we're going to, focus on the good part of what has happened with some people getting, ambassadorial deals and all that, So those are the things that we'll be talking about. And of course, Win-Based Promotions has a fight coming up this weekend at the Bukum Boxing Arena. The tickets are selling on their website, www.winbasedpromotions.com. Go there, 20 CDs, 50 CDs, 100 CDs. This is the very first time a promotions company a promotions office is selling tickets online. So it means that at least Ghana boxing is progressing by the day. We used to go to the boxing arena to go buy our tickets, to Shell, to Max Smart and all that to go buy our tickets. But Win-Based Promotions is saying that don't go there anymore. This time, just go online, www.winbasedpromotions, and then buy a ticket and come straight to the Bukum Boxing Arena on Saturday night and come watch live boxing straight. We'll talk about that show and also we'll talk about what's happening around the world. Looks like we are going to have, the fight that we want, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is almost ready, So we're expecting the announcement in the next couple of days, so that all of us we know. I will ask my team or the panel if the announcement is made whether they will fly to Las Vegas, because it looks like that's what is going to happen. Maybe they'll be going to Las Vegas and they can give us live, report from Las Vegas on how the show is going. But guys, I'm super excited. Let me bring on my guest. So guys, welcome to Kboxtv.
Thank you very much, Kofi.
When I said the Las Vegas part, you guys are smiling because that's how I want to see you guys, so that you guys can bring us live correspondence, from the Las Vegas and all those places. But guys, I hope you all had a very good week. Yeah, great. I'm sure we've all seen what is happening in Ghana boxing. Letters being served left and right. People talking, about being good, others saying that it's not good. We'll talk about that. And before we talk about that, I'm sure we also saw the fights that happened over the weekend at the Kingsway building, right? Then a Latin Time show that happened over there. We saw a Cameroonian fight, we saw a Togolese fight, we saw guys from the UK fight, a boxer from Netherlands come also fight there. I mean, all these things, all the people that came to fight, and looking at the countries that are bringing their fighters to come fight in Ghana. I mean, Amedoda, I'll start from you. Does it tell you that Ghana boxing or boxing as like Ghana is like sort of the image that all these guys are giving to Ghana? Is it exactly what is happening? A true reflection of what is happening in Ghana, that Ghana boxing is the best out of the whole of Africa?
Oh yeah, Kofi, for that one is exactly what it is. Ghana boxing in South Africa, Ghana boxing is one of the best. Okay, boxing in Ghana here is one of the best, and then boxers from Ghana and boxers from other parts that are residents in Ghana and things like that, they are crack boxers, good boxers and things like that. And now the promotion teams are taking it on. So if the Ghana promoters are able to bring foreigners from Netherlands, Dubai, Cameroon, and things like that, coming to fight in Ghana, okay, which is being on their record, okay, then Ghana boxing is saying something different. Ghana boxing is now flying in a way, I may say, okay, because if you look at the bill, especially all these guys, white guys, about 2 or 3 or so fight on that bill, then Cameroonians, Nigerians, and things like that, all of them are on that bill. Not only even fighting against the Ghanaian boxers, but other foreigners. Okay, then Ghana boxing is doing something very different. So I congratulate the promoters who are doing this work. Okay, wishing them very good that they should continue and then let Ghana boxing soar higher.
Right. Now, Daniel, I watched the fight. I'm sure you also watched some of the fight at least. The performance of Ghanaian fighters on the card, which features a lot of foreigners on the bill. What would you say about the performance of the Ghanaian fighters that were on the card?
Well, if I want to talk about the performances, I'll say it wasn't that competitive, and like, not just me. It started, I was on Facebook and I realized one of the biggest guys when it comes to intimates in Ghana, who has produced most of the music videos that we used to see back then, like early 2000s, one of the biggest guys, and it's actually with three music awards now. It's sad when you see comments from these people, because these people, in a way, they are even changing the music industry and they are in for entertainment as a whole. You know, this guy happened to be at the arena to watch the fight, and Kofi, if someone who is not even from boxing can watch a fight and go for the lead, when you have a person like me, in as much I want to polish Ghana boxing and make it look bright to a lot of people, Kofi, I must be truthful, because we just lost a big fan. We lost someone who could have even come into the our sports, and even trying to even start promotion and also bring something good for it to be competitive enough for other people to see. Kofi, the fights were more arranged, like fight to build records. And this is not what we need now, because if you have people flying abroad in order to come, at least maybe Alessin Tiamwa should stand on his ground and tell them, no, this is a time that we have to start making we have to start making competitive fights, because people are watching us. You are coming from abroad because you know Ghana is the home of boxing. You know Ghana, when it comes to Africa, we are number one when it comes to, we compete outside of that continent. We compete, just a country competing with continent. They should tell you how great the sports is in Ghana. So you see, if our own people will come to the arena and they will come to see shitty fights and they will come and see fights that are being used to build records, Kofi, is sad. Because I need to be able to defend my country when it comes to boxing. I need to tell them, okay, oh, Charlie, you come to Ghana, come and see competitive fight. Come to the arena, you see competitive fight. It's not what you see on the screens. Even what you see on the screens can't even be compared to what we see here. If that's not the issue, we'll all wake up and we'll be watching fights abroad. And this particular guy I've been talking about, Kofi, although he's in the music industry, it's always updating and watching boxing abroad. So this would have been an opportunity for him if he had seen a competitive fight at the arena. He would have posted about it. He wouldn't have made the post he made. So as a concerned person in the boxing in Ghana, Kofi, I think we should be making competitive fights. We should be making competitive fights are beautiful to watch. And that they are the kind of fight that generates money. So we should focus more on that.
I start with you on especially raising this particular topic, because for all you know, I'm not sure Alessin Tiamwa knew or any of the promoters around that time or would have promoted the fight know that the guy was there. You know, we're talking about one of the guys that is part of the organizing committee for the 3 Music Awards. In fact, the 3 Music Award has now become like something big now. In fact, when we compare it, their last awards to what the VGMAs did last year and all that, we're all going like, wow, this is like amazing. This is very nice. It tells you the production that went into it. Just like how we see Trailer coming into boxing and wanting to overtake ESPN and then Sky Sports. You understand? Look at how much they are trying to offer Teofimo Lopez for the fight that he's going to fight on, I think, next month or next 2 months. The same way, three music will come into the game and say that, hey, you know what, I want to come into boxing, and then when it comes to your streaming and then production parts, I'll take it. But this guy will go back and report to his team and say that, hey, for all you know, it could be a scouting purpose that he came to actually see whether coming to boxing is worth it.
Good business,
Because
yeah.
you understand. And so he comes there, watches it, and then his comments. If the comment wasn't nice at all, his comment. I don't want to bring it up here. I don't want to post it here. All I want to say is that we want Ghana boxing to get to the next level, and promoters are doing the hard work by trying to put shows together. So if you're promoting, you're putting shows together, please just make sure that you put a very 50-50. At least most of the fights should be 50-50. We all understand that when we see Daniel Dubois being paired with Daniel Latte is in there as like on the B side. But the performance that he puts up will make the people watching that, oh yeah, he's on the B side though, but he really gave us a very good show. And that's what boxing is about. But if the person is in the ring and then you hear even the fans even go like, oh, and all those things. I was watching his video that he posted and everything. I was like, yo, man, this is except of course some of these things are in our local languages. If they were in English, I doubt some of them will even want to, make the journey and then come back to Ghana. And all these things goes against the promoter. Who's doing the show? It is this promoter doing the show. You understand? And I've always said that one of the fight promoters that I've taken Ghana boxing to where it is now is Alexis Tiamwa, because from 2010 to now, if he is somebody, would have been gone. I think 2010, I'm limiting it, 2008, 2000, he would have been gone, but he's still doing it with him, even though people like Desert and all those have come inside, they've all run away, but he's still doing it. It means he's doing something. And so for you to also, your work to be taken to the different, like the next level that you really want you to go by bringing in streaming platforms, like the three music people, like for instance, they can make it happen. I think it would be great if you can just make sure that the fights are at 50-50 enough for them to make it happen. So guys, I think that's what I'll say. I don't know if Amedoda, you would like to say something about the competitiveness of the fights from last weekend.
And then we are linking it with what's the name? The matchmakers and then the managers. They are the cause of the. It's not based on especially the promoter, but it's the matchmakers and then the what's the name? The managers. They are the cause of this. Okay. We talk about it that we ever get to the stand that even if it is a fixed match, a fight to make a record for another boxer, what stop you from making it very competitive? No, what stop you from making it competitive? Because some of the matches at the arena, okay, like even this what happened, the sparring in local gyms are even hot than what happened in arena. Some of the fights in arena. So what are you talking about? So these are the things that we say. Even if it is, you are making a record, at least you have the chance to. But this thing happen when they are bringing the boxers. Some of the boxers don't know that I'm even going to fight. You understand? And then they will bring them last minute. The boxer did not prepare, no condition, nothing. Okay, that can cause a problem. It can cause a problem to a boxer. That is why the boxer will go into the ring and then within 2 minutes, then the boxer will say that I will not fight again. And you don't know what actually happened. You don't see any punch. You see that, hey, this is a punch that can cause havoc or something. And then the boxer will say that, hey, I will not continue the fight. So whom are you fooling? You understand? Yeah, he's dropping the level of the competition down. He's not helping Ghana boxing in any way. So we should check that very well.
Right. I think it's something that needs to be really, really checked, especially because then what is it for? Are you going to just promote for the fact that you just want to raise boxers and take them to go compete out there? Whilst you know you can actually do it well and really, really make money here even before taking the fighters out there. I don't deny the fact that the competition to become world champions is in the US and the UK. But the truth is that you can also make it very competitive enough here that you can attract the eyes of some people in the world to come watch boxing here. Dubai has done it. Understand? Right now, the Herrings and then the Frampton fight, they had to travel. All of them, Jamal Herrings had to leave US for Dubai. The same way, Carl Frampton had to also leave UK for Dubai to go make the fight happen. Why would you go there? Because they are trying to make sure that, or they've tried everything that they can to make the show like, or the fight interesting enough for people to come fight. Let's look at the Ghana guy that went to fight on the Dubai card against Keishawn. We all knew that he was on the B side, but when he went there, at least he gave a very good show. He fought well. You understand? That is what you are talking about. The fact that you're on the B side doesn't mean that you shouldn't give a good show. Of course, before you go into the ring, you even know how much you're taking and all that. But at least give the fans a good show, and then next time the promoter will go like, "Oh, I think you lost. Even though you lost, I think the fans love the performance you gave. So come back." Exactly what happened to no party. Understand? When he went to fight over there, the first fight against Dubois, he gave him a very good show there. And then Gorman, he got the opportunity for the Gorman. Even he got a third time to even write his name. With the Wadley fight. So it is the performance that you show or you give out that will determine, the eyeballs that will be watching your events. And that's what we all want. You want to make sure that when you do shows, people watch. So we really, really plead with the promoter that when they are doing show, they should make it in such a way that, the fights are competitive enough so that people come back and watch like our shows, and then the other people that we are trying to get them in the spot, they'll do it. That is all we are talking about. All right. So, but is there any particular fight that Amedoda you watched that you were very happy about the boxer's performance on the card?
A whole lot of fights that day anyway, but one fight that impressed me much was one, I think it's a bantamweight guy called they are calling him Tete. He stopped the opponent there. He stopped the opponent along the line. He fought very well. He fought like I heard that he was in the national team and then just became the professional. So so his fight, you can see the calculation and things like that. That he know what he's doing in the ring and things like that. And then a whole lot of fights. One, this guy, the guy that you interviewed yesterday, is also good. But Hercules is also good in the ring. But one thing I saw about him is, it's like it's been a long time he got into the ring like that. So it's like some shaky and things like that. You see his movement, but the confidence level is very high. And then if that ring rusty check out, he will be something different in the ring. So all the guys, they are doing very well. They are very strong. They are doing very well.
Daniel, we saw the return of Baisie Jnr. We saw him like return. Were you impressed with his performance, or you always knew that he was going to win that fight?
Kofi, we always knew he was going to win that fight. But when you look at a fighter like Baisie Jnr, Kofi, I think with his career has been too shaky, and I feel maybe he didn't deserve that kind of career if maybe he had the right management and he had a lot of fights. He had a lot of fights going on, especially getting competitive guys to fight with. Because this is a guy that I've seen before. He has been in the sparring with Mayweather. He has seen everything. So when you are organizing a fight for such a guy in Ghana, even his videos with Mayweather sparring and all that, like this video should be shown to him, and he should be given competitive fights. Listen, if you are not competing in the US and you are even doing it here, you have to show them class. You have to show them that you've been outside, you've learned a lot, and you are not scared of competitions. So that they give him a lot of competitive fights. But what do you see? It doesn't really fight continuously. It will be there for a long time. It doesn't really train, because the last time I saw him even before this fight, that was in March. He didn't look like someone who is in the gym that has been working out. You understand? And sometimes you can't really blame people like Baisie for that kind of lifestyle, because you know the boxing in Ghana here is not bringing a lot of money because of poor promotion. Let me put it this way, because I feel if they are being promoted well, like you see, Kofi, the problem I keep having with Alex Ntiamwa is this: he was able to promote Baisie for Baisie to land a deal with Globe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly. So you see, Alex Ntiamwa is working. It's working, but it keep pausing. And you see, you would think about it and you won't understand. Because it has to be on his toe for us to come in and have a good boxing promotional career. It all depends on Alex Ntiamwa. Because if he's doing all this thing, and just look at Afelante, he's the same guy promoting Afelante. Afelante has landed a deal with Ashford. So it shows this guy is working, but Kofi, his problem is what I don't get. As to him to also cash in and make a lot of money so that it can be independent and not be forced to be putting up a fight that will be building record. And that's what I don't understand about Alex Ntiamwa. It will pick this guy, grow him to an extent, then all of a sudden we don't know if he's a boxer or it seems that he's not doing his things right. Because look at One Bullet Answer, look at Sheriff Quay. Those two, the third fight was a very good fight to watch. And Kofi, if Sheriff should even be in the ring again to fight someone, Kofi, people would like to watch. But he did a good shit. It wasn't like he was in the ring and Bullet Answer was beating him throughout. No, he was giving a good fight. It was very technical. Exactly. So why would maybe Alex Ntiamwa wait on these boys again? Because these two boys, you are promoting them. You can still make a lot of money out of these boys. They will get some, and they wouldn't go and live that kind of lifestyle. You also make some. I feel with the Baisie issue, like I'm saying, he has seen everything, but he's not getting in the ring most of the time. And even when he gets in the ring of late, people don't even know.
If I told you that this is Baisie, would you believe it?
That's what I'm telling you. In March, when I saw him, I could tell this guy is not in the gym. So for me to even see he was going to fight recently, it was really shocking to me, because I feel it's not working out, it's not training, nothing. So he's just being called. And Baisie, as a boxer, too, you should wake up. You get me? This is the only thing that is going to feed you. You have no other means of survival apart from boxing, and that should be that is what he has to put in his mind. So even if fights are not coming, be in good shape. Because you see, this kind of body structure, how are you going to land a fight in the UK or in the US? All these things count. So you are not an heavyweight boxer, but look at you. You see,
when I uploaded the picture on, don't laugh, don't laugh. When I posted a picture on Facebook that they are going to fight, oh man, the comments. Someone asking, is it a pot belly competition or something?
You see?
So I mean, yeah, I'm listening.
Honestly, I'll play with Alex Ntiamwa. Kofi, you see, right now, any promoter that wants to come into the game is looking up to Alex Ntiamwa. And Kofi, if you have a successful boxing promotional career, it's going to affect us in a way, in a positive way. Because when we come, we will see, okay, the boss of the promotion, the king of promotion in Ghana, this is and this and this and this is what he did. This is what he made boxes. He made sure boxers were able to land promotional deals. So you see, once you are coming, you are promoting, you know you have to make sure you promote your boxer really well so that you can also land promotional deals. But right now, my problem with Alex Ntiamwa is the fact that he's not cashing out on the boys. Because it's not just, you see, when even a promoter cash out, it's not just him. The boxer will also get something. The trainer will also get something.
Right.
It's kind of like, you see, it will go a long way to help. So I expect him to be doing something for One Bullet Answer, Sheriff Quay, because Sheriff Quay gave a very good fight.
Right.
You shouldn't let them go to later end up with fourth bellies like maybe Baisie Sameh. It will really be sad. They gave us a good fight, so they deserve to make money.
Right. I mean, Basi Samuel he was once our the Black Bombers captain. Um, he really represented Ghana to the highest. I remember he used to be in the mix of Agbeko, Sena Agbeko, part of all his part of it, like with him with his brothers and all those teams that relocated to the USA around that time. Very promising stars, very promising talent. Uh, Many Ghanaians had hope in him. Even after the Buko Banku fight, even the love for him even came even much bigger because after all the talks, African Mayweather was finally defeated by, somebody who was not even his weight class, who even had to, add up more to be able to defeat him and all that. What is happening with Basti Samuel, and you as somebody who really loved him and or love him still and have hopes for him, like many of us think, also have hope for him of him trying to bring us world glory. How do you feel seeing him now, especially when the pictures were posted for his weigh-in and all that? I mean, how did you feel?
Kofi, in life sometimes, and you might be holding gold in your hand, but you will go hungry. That is something simple, I would say. You have gold in your hand, but you are going hungry. If I think about Basti, sometimes I shock how this thing happened. I remember those days Radio Gold was on. They called his father, okay, Basti Samuel's father, and interview him concerning Basti. Okay, how he's very strong fighting during the national team amateur time. Okay, he was the Black Bombers captain, and then we went to I think 2012 Olympics game or so. You understand? And he came out very hopeful that hey, this guy will make it. They are now three brothers, and they are all fighting very well. The younger one, who is Issa Sameh. Issa Sameh before the Shaku is the younger one who qualified for the Olympics game recently. Okay. Yeah. But I don't know. If I think about the whole thing, I just can't get it, because if Basti really want to be in boxing, the light heavyweight that he's fighting now, he shouldn't be there. No, he shouldn't be at the light heavyweight that he's fighting now. His junior brother Issa also is fighting. Is he super welterweight or something? He need not to go there. I know them. I know their structure, and if you are a boxer, the structure that you are wearing count a lot. Okay, because your structure is what you are depending on. That is what push you forward. That is what cause you to give some knockout and things like that. But if you leave yourself and then you bloat out, okay, then that means you are not a boxer. And if you see where this guy is coming from, especially Basti, where he's coming from, and then where he is now, there's a very big disappointment. It's a very big disappointment to the whole Ghana. Okay, this is the guy, Mr. He's a Olympian. Okay, and then he moved out of Ghana, signed a contract with Mayweather Promotion. Okay, and was in the gym with Fred Mayweather. So once you are in that gym, you know anything about boxing. All the strong coaches are there, crack boxers are there. Everybody is there with you. Okay, he wasn't able to make it over there, and then he moved on to sign contract with Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, in a Golden Boy promotion, he didn't make it, and then he was even got a chance to be with Bob Arum. Okay, he wasn't able to make it. Fine, now you are back. Let's forget about whatever happened over there. Then. Okay, now you are back. As you are back, you got a chance to fight Buko Banku, and you won that fight. And that fight, if you in fact put you on the level that in fact they can't call any boxer in Ghana locally. Okay, and then if all these things happen, you cannot maintain yourself. Okay, focus and tell yourself that hey, it's boxing that I'm fighting. At least get a chance to fight in some other African countries or get some title for us to be praising you for. And then the last time, this is the body that you will come out with. to go and fight. Then it's like Bastien is having gold in his hand, but he don't know that this is gold. That is all I'll say. I'm surprised and I'm worried about it. So if he might listen to what we are saying over here, he have to use some few months and change so many things around himself. Even if it is the community that he's living, that is the problem. That didn't work on so many people, okay? The community that you are living, the friends that you are with, it work on people. But I'll not consider that much because he's a very good friend, close friend to Manuel Planche. Where is Manuel Planche ranking in boxing now?
Number 2.
You understand? Yeah. And he also get,
and he's also around that same place.
Yeah. Okay. So what is happening? So he should organize himself. Thank you.
The way you ended the thank you, like say if you know do ama, you go beat out. You go beat India.
It will be a problem.
On a more serious note, if you were the one handling Bastien at the moment, so what would you do? Or what would you tell him?
Well, Kofi, let's say, okay, let's forget maybe about age factor. Let's forget about maybe what everything. I should just pick him out fresh. But if I should pick him out fresh, first of all, I have to work on his physique. Now, after working on his physique, I have to try to win the public for him again. The public fans that he had before, I have to win them again. And Kofi, how am I going to win the public again? Once his physique is there and it looks good, the muscles and everything is there. The next thing I have to give him a competitive fight. And you know, with Bastien's style of fighting, you can actually give him a competitive guy who will be technical like Sheriff Kui. But it will end him up with a knockout. And that knockout victory and the sound that is going to put in the arena will just start blowing the same apple.
Yeah.
There's no way I can put Bastien back and be seen as a professional boxer without giving him a fight. So once I'm done with the physique, the next thing is the fight. Now, aftermath of the fight, now I start promoting him. That's the promotion that I have to start doing for him. So his videos, 8 rounds, the knockout victory and all that. Now I start playing bloggers and they start posting it. Once they post it, I should have in mind that it's a work in progress. So within 2 or 3 months, I should be able to make another fight for him. If possibly, make him fight 4 times in a year. Because you are going to make fights for him that is actually going to win, but it should be competitive. So you can actually make 4 fights for him in a year. Now, the following year when you come in, after just making 1 or 2 fights, Kofi, you'll be cashing in brutal. I'm telling you, you'll be cashing because he wins his first fight, and within the next 3 months, it's in the ring, he wins by another knockout. People start talking and people start calling him out. That's when other boxers and their managers will be telling, okay, I want to fight Bastien. They will also be making noise. Now, Bastien as a promoter, if I have him, I should be putting up his tapes. You want to fight him, go and watch this video. The next 3 months, you see, that is when as a promoter, you can be making move. That's when you can be loud and say, my boxer won all his fights, his last 4 fights. He won them through a knockout. It was in a year that I made 4 fights for him. So I don't see you, when last did you fight? This is when we start creating conversations. Now the fans are following. The fans will be willing to see the fight. And that is when after maybe your 6th fight, you can be looking up to get him a fight maybe abroad or taking him Africa.
Right. Interesting. I like the way you said you've ended it, because Bastien is somebody that can go like all the way up. I always say this, you know, he has done it before. You know, maybe there are some factors that is not making him feel like he can get to the very top. Of course, I feel like I won't blame him too much, because if you have been at the very top, like you're saying, with the Mayweathers, with the Oscar de la Hoyas, and then with the Bobarum, and you couldn't make it, and then you are down, maybe you feel like it might sound impossible for you to get there again. But I think what you did for you to get there, if you pack and then work yourself up again, come on, you have Alex Ntiama doing shows almost every 3 months.
Exactly.
The most important thing is get yeah.
One thing I'll even like to advise the boxers that are watching us today is that in as much you have an lesson as your promoter, try and get another promoter, personal promoter. You will employ that guy. Tell that guy that I want to make sure that each time I fight, you make sure you promote me. Kofi, you see this tape that I saw Basti fighting Basti sparring Mayweather. You see, most people that are not even in boxing, when they see it, they would like to come and see what he can do in the ring. And that is promotion. You see, he tried to pick his part. This is a captain of Black Bombers. What are the Black Bombers doing today? You see, try and create conversation around the boxer. All the boxer needs to do for you is to stay fit, be in the gym, and be training. Now, if you realize that Alessandro Tiamo is so busy, he has a lot of boxers that he's working for. He's working for them and he's not getting the time for you. Try and get a personal promoter. You have a lot of gun people. Promotion is about someone who can talk. Go to the Bukom, who can talk. We have a lot of people that Kofi, when they catch you one-on-one and they are yobbing you, you'll be interested to listen to what the person is saying. And I feel that is what they should be working on now because we have those people there. Don't wait because you see, put it in your mind. This is your career. This is what is going to feed you. So I feel Basti, if it's even of you should try to get someone personally. Call that person. I want you to be my promoter. I believe in you. Let's
or your hype man at least.
Exactly. Let's try and get all this thing working again. We should start afresh. I have my team, this is my team. I feel this one will help me when it comes to this. This one will help me when it comes to the media, communicating, posting stuff. Oh, after beating Boko Marco, you come and post. Maybe that round says that you throw that knockout. That's your promoter personal will come and post it. Bankunfu or Bakumbeto Rob. You see, interact with the people. And that is when you feel like, okay, yeah, go and do it again. Go to the ring and do it again with this opponent. Let me see. So that I can believe you are the champion. And that's how we do promotion.
Okay. But the good thing that we were speaking about Basti for a while, but I don't know if you know this, but there's something good also out of it. The good thing is that he's currently been able to enter the world rankings, the WBA level. He's now number 13 on the WBO light heavyweight division, you know. So he's been able to enter there finally. When he was with the big guys, he was never there, you know. But now he's been able to find himself, you know, with in the rankings now, number 13. I know it will come as a shock to a lot of people because people might not expect that with a pot belly like he has, he will be able to make it. But he's been able to make the list now, which shows that somebody is watching. Somebody somewhere is watching, you know. So Amedoda, I know you might sound a little bit surprised, but with this coming in and as in him making the WBA light heavyweight rankings, is there any word of caution you send to him to get to motivate him to get himself back up? Because once you are in this number 13, it means one day the champion can decide to pick and choose and to give you an opportunity. You know, what would you say about this? Is that he's been able to make the rankings? Amedoda, can you hear me? Hello, Amedoda, can you hear me? Oh, I don't think you can hear Amedoda. But so did you hear the question I asked?
Yes, Kofi, I heard a question.
Yeah, I mean, with him being in the rankings now, what would be your word of motivation to him to get himself back up?
Well, I think what you should put is in mind. He has the flag of that.
Kofi, as for the ranking, I am not too much surprised about it, even though. Yeah, I can hear you. But there's a break. It's breaking anyway, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, so you can go.
Kofi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. Daniel.
Well, all I say is he has a flag of Ghana. Ghana is boxing when it comes to Africa. So just that flag of Ghana will even make the champion try to choose him. Now, when the champion chooses you, what physique or what videos is he going to watch to even influence him and tell his promoter, okay, no, I want this guy. This guy has all it takes and all that. Because boxing business today is what you are also bringing on the table. So if you have nothing to bring on the table, it becomes difficult for a fighter to even choose you. They all want to make millions. So you should be able to contribute to the millions. So my advice I'll give to him now, right now that you're in the rankings, make sure that you talk to your people. Each fight you do, it should be in a very good arena. You should give up a good fight. Make sure that your videos are being taken in pieces, that it will be posted. It will be posted, not even a full video. Video should be picked, or even if it's a full video, they should divide it. Pick the best rounds that you fought really well and put it out there so that people can actually, the promoters, when they want to pick you, they can actually look at it and make an argument with it that you deserve to have a shot at the title. If he's not doing this, and he should keep his physique is very important. He should stay in the gym to train. You are in the rankings. Any day, anytime, you could be called. You don't know when it's going to come. So you just have to keep training. And you see, the training will go a long way to help him. It's not going to, the training that he's doing in the gym, it's not going to benefit anybody than him. Because if you put up a good performance, it's your training that will enable you put that performance. Right. So it's not as if you want you to look nice as a boxer or anything. Your training is what is going to make you a champion. Right. Because we all believe in this whole saying that world champions are made in the gym. That is what I like to tell.
Yeah, Kofi.
Okay. Now you can also add your voice to what you were saying, because first we're not hearing you well.
Okay. I am not too much surprised, even though where he is at the ranking now is very high, 13. Is that not so?
Yeah, 13.
That's very high. And then it's because of the fight that he's getting, even though he don't get fight frequently or the way he's supposed, okay, but he's getting a fight to fight. But how competitive are those fights? That is the first question. But still have all the chances to make it. Because where the way that he is, okay, the light heavyweight, especially in Africa here, most of them are not the light heavyweight, and then the heavyweight that we have here, most of them are not competitive fighters. Okay, they are not very strong in a way. Okay, but still got a chance to go through the amateur level to Olympic. Okay, much about how he can go about those things. He know how to go into the ring, how to go into the gym, how to go into the ring, the things to do, how to make weight and things like that. But still can easily do it. Some of the guys that are in light heavyweight in Africa here don't get the chance to go to amateur teams and then make those sort of lessons and things like that from there. But he got the chance, and then he is with that, and then he even traveled to outside to US, be with better gyms and things like that before he's back. So all that he need now is managerial support. If he got a manager who can support him very well, then to do the workout in gym and go into the ring and fight will not be a problem for him. So I believe strongly that the problem is coming from managerial side. So he should try and get manager and then be disciplined on his own. He can make it.
Right, interesting talk. I think if you stay on Basti topic, we'll not move forward. But I think a word to a wise is enough. He's one of the talents that you, like you said, you really have eyes on. And so we know he can get very tall. Because once upon a time he had a very good shape. You can see from this photo. But now this is what we have now. And I don't think it's a true reflection of what we think he is. And so we would really, whatever it is, we're just going to motivate him to try and then get himself, put himself back up and then try again. Definitely he's going to make it again. So I think that's what I would say. Now let's move on and then talk a little bit about Patrick Ayi. Patrick Ayi too was in the ring over the weekend. One fantastic talent. I think I'm getting some feedback. Yeah, one fantastic talent too as well, Patrick Ayi. Was also in action over the weekend. He also delivered a very good performance. Now I wasn't so impressed because I have watched one of his fights. I watched one of his fights on the Azuma Nelson card. He got injured, I think, in his left hand or his right hand. He was able to fight with that one hand and defeat Danso to the end. I will never forget that particular fight because that was when he won me over as a fan. He was everybody saw that he was fighting well and then he got injured. So everybody saw that he was injured. A lot of people, we've seen a lot of Ghanaians even go fight outside Ghana. Even the guy that went to fight in Dubai over the last week, when they punched him, he said when he went to sit down, he didn't come again. But this guy was injured. Danso was giving him a hell of a fight. Yeah, he went through all the 12 rounds to beat him to take the title. And Azuma was there that day. Azuma was so impressed that he came into the ring was saying that this is the kind of people that we really want to see. These are the kind of people that will make Guel to pump money into boxing, because that day I think one of the representatives from Guel was there. He was very impressed and clapping. I'm talking about this same guy. And then I saw his fight over the weekend, Patrick Ayi. I wasn't so impressed. I wasn't so happy. I don't know, Daniel. What is happening with our fighters now?
Kofi, like after giving a good performance and getting Azuma in the ring to congratulate him, getting a lot of people excited in the arena, what happened next? You see, the aftermath is everything. When maybe you are working for a boxer and you are promoting him, or he feels it. When a boxer has the management and he feels they put food on the table for him, so all he has to do is to be in the gym, train harder, and he knows the management believes in him. He feels it. It's like, you see, what we have in Ghana here, or what we have in Africa when it comes to boxing, is like a hobby. So you yourself to mature and develop as a boxer, it becomes a problem. Because today you go and put up a good show, you don't know when next you are fighting. You have no idea. You could be home, management is not giving you anything, nothing. So you see, you know you're a boxer, but you do it more like a part-time thing. Because after that, maybe after that particular fight that he fought so well, maybe he was given 1,000 Ghana cedis or maybe 2,000 Ghana cedis. Kofi, how long is he going to spend that money? When the money finishes and he's not getting fights, now he must find his ways and means to survive. And ways and means is not about him thinking about, okay, I'll use my left hand. So that means even me as a boxer, my left hand or maybe just my one hand is just a strong weapon. So I can even work on and even put up a good show. Next time I'm fighting someone, I put a right hand behind and I just use the left throughout. So that people will be shouting in the arena and be saying, this is a master of one hand. That's a way of promotion. But this is not what is happening. So he goes home, he goes and sleep. Oh, Charlie champion, nothing. So you see, it's not, we have, like I keep saying, the reason why I want to do boxing promotion is because I believe so much in the resource. We have the resource, we have the boys, they are very strong. All they need is a good team. All they need is a good team. Kofi, you see, look at this guy, the expensive boxer, and look at Afelante. Kofi, yeah. I'm telling you, if management doesn't hold them well, they will end up like most of the talent we've seen that have gone bad, like maybe the way Basti is struggling with his career now. Right. We might end up seeing them like that. Right. This sports, for you to grow, needs money. So since he needs money, and you need people to come and invest in it for people for you to make that money. You have to put up bushels. First of all, as a promoter, you have to sacrifice. Because if you don't sacrifice, you can't make fight. Sacrifice with a plan. Like it did in the first fight. You should have a plan for the boxer. You should have a plan for the boxer. Because this is the performance he put. This is what won Kofi. This is what brought Azuma Nelson into the ring. So as a promoter, your next business, you see, you have nothing to do. What you have to do is read the fighters. They are the product. See the qualities they possess and the things they possess. Now you market those qualities to the people. So he was able to use one hand to fight in that particular fight, and he won in a very fashionable way. Now you sit down, you judge things about him. So okay, if I have to promote this guy, okay, I have this thing I can use. I have this thing he can also put in the ring to excite the fans. But if all these things is not happening, and you put up a good show and you let it go like that, for all you know, it was maybe God or some angels that gave him that particular show. And that is blessings from God. So once that thing came and you are able to pick it as a promoter and you show him, you teach him, you show him the videos, what he did in the ring and all that. Kofi, as a boxer, he will also pick it and say, so me I do this thing, then I'll be good. Okay, this time around, let me try to do. You see, the sport, the boss of boxing.
You've made your point, and I think it is something worth looking into. I think it is about the consistency of our boys in the ring after they've been able to give a very spectacular show, and it is something that really needs to be looked at. We have a lot of comments coming in, guys. I think the fans won't forgive me if I don't bring some of their comments, so let me just get in. Jerry Latte says that he's ready. Gustav says it's better to talk less and to do more, so let's fight. I don't know who you want to fight, but any of us, you have to just show us the contract. This is coming in from Ambition. He says, hi, Kbox. This is Anani watching live from Belgium. Thank you, Anani. He said that anybody who said Boko Banku was going to beat Basti said that out of emotions and the love they had for him. Any hardcore boxing fans know that he was going to lose because he had no stamina at all. He says that Basti was even half fit, but then he fought Banku. And I don't think that Basti wants to be a world champion. If he really does, I think he knows what to do. And I mean, for a fan to say this about you, then it means that he's sort of almost giving up on you. You know. So, and it is true because like we've all said our comments about it. If you really want to become a world champion, he really knows what to do, which I think he has a point in that. He said, "Why Stock Senior is coming in from Pfizer Tete," and then he said, "Oh my God, I love my new plant. He fights like Gary Wilson Jr." Yes, that is also true. It's coming also from Philip Ungwa. He says, "Well done," and he said, "Almost all our boxers are not fully conditioned. The lack of stamina exposes them all the time." It's also saying that I don't understand the saying that give him fight, he can win. Then it is not competitive. I don't know what you're talking about, but I think you also really made your point. Well, this is Emmanuel Adoteado. He's in the US. He's a trainer and also a promoter. He's a trainer and also a manager. He says, "I'm working on him very well." I'm sure he's talking about Basti. We would love to really see him, rewrite his wrongs and then get back into the ring. He said, "I love Basti. I just don't know what's wrong with him. We all do love him. That is how we are talking about him. If we don't love him, we'll not be talking about him today." The topic, I don't even know how we've even stayed more than 30 minutes on Basti. Yeah, but eventually it has happened. Coming in from Philip Ingwa, he says, "Ghana here, before you go get good manager, it's hard though." Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But we definitely the few ones that are, you see, if the few ones that are in the game, the boxers are really staying with them and we are seeing results, it means it's possible. You know, so there's a lot of things that also goes on behind the scene that the managers don't want to talk about, because the boxer is always loud and we can hear his opinion first. And the ones that are cool and then are working with their own managers, you see what is coming out of it. A lot, so let's see how it's going to go. Well, it's a very big shout out to Nidan. So watching it straight from Mamprobi. He sent me a WhatsApp that I'm watching you. I don't know why he didn't say it on Facebook, but he sent it to me on my WhatsApp. That tells you that he's really watching me. So yeah, thank you, Nidan. So Mamprobi. We hope to get you on the show one of these days, and then also have your opinion on what you think about what is happening in Ghana boxing. Like I said, if you say I'm going to stay on Bastille, we'll not be able to go for it. So we'd like to move forward from Bastille and then talk about our own Richie Comey. Richie Comey has been in the news for, I'll say, the good reasons and also the bad reasons. But for us at Kboxtv, me, Amedoda, and then Daniel Sowah, we want to talk about the good things that he's achieving and the brand that he's representing now because as a fighter and as a boxer, he has worked so hard to get to to get this particular recognition that he's been recognized by the UNACWCA. It doesn't happen every day. What we've really even seen in Africa is that it is even usually given to footballers, but this time it has been given to a boxer. And look at how Ghana boxing is. It's not even being promoted the way it's supposed to be promoted. As for the organization to see that, oh, this guy is doing something, so let us use him to help out children and women. It is what has touched my heart, and that is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the fact that Richard Comey has been made a global ambassador for the UNACWA, which is an affiliate of the UN, to help empower children and, of course, to help empower women as well. Don't forget that he's also the global ambassador for the Streetwise Foundation. He's signed with the Streetwise management, but they also have a foundation that does a lot of donations and all that to the gyms and all those things. But now with the UNACWCA coming in, I feel like you'll be able to do more. Hey, now let me come to you, Amedoda. This is what our boy has been able to achieve now. I mean, how proud are you of Chikome amidst all the things that is happening? Can you hear us, Amedoda? Oh, I think we're having some lags or delay in the feed. Oh, he's gone. Now, Daniel, I mean, I think I'll also say the same question to you. How excited are you about this news, especially for us in boxing? And then amidst all the other news that you heard, you can summarize the whole thing and then give it to us.
It's great, and I think I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Richard Comey, and the fact that even sometimes when we're on the show, he comes in to comment and all that. Kofi, there's someone who actually want to see the growth of the sport. So picking when the UN wants to pick someone and they come into our sports to pick someone like Richard Comey, is a great news. It's a great news for boxing fans in Ghana and everywhere. Kofi is great. And it shows one thing to like one other person to like to also thank on behalf of Ghana boxing and everything is Streetwise Amobediako. They've been able to put Richard Comey in a certain way that it attracts and it looks really good for ambassadorial deals and all that. They've really done well, and I think we must salute them. The Streetwise management. They've really done well, and Kofi, what I want to say is they should continue like this. And the last thing is they should take an advantage of this ambassadorial deal so that they'll be able to organize fights. That maybe Richard Comey will be there to come and see it and all that. And in those fights, they bring the women and children around. It could be during the day, so that we can utilize the ambassadorial deal that we've got It's not as if we just have it on ourselves and we use it, but boxing will use it in such a way that we will see the more color women, we will see people, you see the women and children in the streets, the people around the streets. We call them, they share maybe some food for them or maybe some ice creams for them. And at the end of the day, they put out a very beautiful fight for them to watch. Now, when you do this and maybe you want to do the second one or the third one, you can actually write to the UN for support. Maybe a support to share food for the children, for the women. At least in a way, you are doing the ambassadorial deal and you're also growing your sport as well. So that is my advice to them. They should capitalize on that end, so that we can see the way forward.
Amedoda, you went off, but I'm sure you had a question. So, what would you say about the whole Richie Comey ambassadorial deal, and then amidst of all the matters that is happening currently in the Ghana boxing at the moment?
I'll start from first of all, congratulations to Richard Comey for being given that chance to help in his own way. But it is a misfeeling because this honor came in at the time that some other things are around, especially the GBA decision against Richard Comey, which I felt is harsh in a way. But I hope Richard Comey have people around him who will help him to go to GBA and talk to them, and then to for them to change their decision. Why am I so much concerned about that? Richard Comey is the current active former world champion in Ghana here now. Okay, Dogbe is there, but Dogbe is not that much concerned about GBA because I don't think he even is even under GBA lances or anything like that. Okay, so Richard is the man in boxing as a former world champion, very active for Ghana now. Okay, so the damages happened, but GBA should be somehow merciful to this guy because he's helping Ghana. No, he came in with his foundation, and then they are helping the juvenile boxing and some individual little boxers and things like that. It's also a plus for Ghana boxing, okay? And then partnering with Streetwise, and then all these things are all plus for Ghana boxing. In fact, we got many boxers around, but this is the guy who devotes himself and then helping in his own way, okay, to help to lift Ghana boxing up. So no matter what happened, he's there for the younger boxers and helping. Maybe, who knows, he might also one day become a part of the GBA team and things like that, and he's doing it. So for him to get this chance now to empower women and children in that angle is also a plus for you understand. You said it already that these chances mostly being given to footballers and things like that, but this time it's being given to a boxer, and he is the guy. And then once he's a boxer and then this chance is being given to him, then it lifts up the name of GBA. Okay, so I congratulate him for this, and then it should also be some priority for him, okay, to be what should I say, to be a role model for the younger ones, okay. So we are all in support, okay. We are all in support that his good name will exceed any other thing that is happening on the ground now. Congratulations.
Right. We all congratulate him on the ambassadorial deal with the UN. You know, I really, in fact, Kboxtv was there. We streamed the whole press conference live. So anybody that wants to see how he was giving or how the sign and everything went down, you can just go to Kboxtv or Facebook. You will see the whole video of how he penned his signature to, you know, the deal. And we just want to say that with him getting this deal now, it would have been the best platform for him to, you know, get more people. It's just unfortunate that the GBA has, has done what they're supposed to do, because of some of the things that he said. But it would have been great if they pardon him, and then even in the letter you see that they said that they were even passionate, like the king came in, right? And so even because of the king, they went down to 2. So maybe now the whole public opinion is coming in to add to the king's voice, so that maybe they can reduce it a little bit for him. So I think that is how I'll end on that side. And another band that it is also there that people are also expecting us to talk about is this particular one.
This Richard Latte, your favorite boxer that you've been supporting since a year ago, and he's back with a different lifestyle, with a different face look, on a matchroom promotion. And this time we say no latte, no party. Party has been doing it in the Premiership. The same applies to Latte coming to do it in the matchroom promotion, which is coming on live on matchroom promotion on 21st of November. And come, sit behind your television and watch No Latte, No Party.
This was the last time that we saw Latte fight, and because after this fight, he found himself in a lot of issues. And at the end of the day, I think he's been slapped with a 5 years ban of the sport. And I think a lot of us are overlooking it in a way. But if I come to you and I say, also, Natasha, to go take your money, I feel like it will be a problem, And now, let me get your opinion first, Amedoda, on the 5 years ban that they've given to Latte. What do you think about it?
Kofi, in fact, this Latte case with GBA is traveled far too long. Okay, this case traveled far too long because this thing started since his fight.
I went to him for a reason because I felt like his life was going to cut. That's why I went to him. Now, but Daniel, how do you feel about this?
Well, Kofi, it's a 5 years ban, and I feel it did something wrong, especially with forging a signature of the Mr. Johnson. Kofi, it's wrong. It's never accepted anyway. If you feel people are not doing the things they are supposed to do for you, you go to the court. That's where you go and get your justice. We have the law court. So for you to even forge a signature of someone like Patrick, it's wrong because he's never accepted anyway. Now, the next thing too is, you see, in this world, everything you do, there are principles around it. Everywhere you work, there are laws and the rules and laws and all that. Kofi, if you know that the GBA are supposed to pay a commission to the GBA after every fight, Kofi, even if you have a problem with your management, this is the time that you even go and you go and pay that commission so that the GBA can actually look into your contract and see how they can even solve your problem with your management. You don't go about taking their money and expect that they can fight for you. Because initially when they started, we all were backing him. And I felt even with his fight with Goma, the letter delayed. But when people came in and we were talking about it, later the letter was released. So he knew he didn't do the right thing. So when the third fight came, he felt there was no way even the public were even going to talk for him. So he has to use his ways and means to go and get a fight. And Kofi, that is wrong. For that, it is wrong. So I feel if they've given him 5 years, it's sad to say, but he deserves it. What he has to do now is GBA. I believe the GBA is in for boxers. It's in for the growth of boxers. It's in to see boxing go further. So if there's any remorse or something that he's supposed to do, or even pay their commission on anything, I feel he should use this time to do that, so that maybe his ban could be reduced to maybe a 2 year or something. Or maybe you should get the king like the way the king went into intervene for It should come. It should do the same thing. Just do the right thing, saying, maybe your 5 years ban will be reduced. For him, we can't really defend him.
Amedoda, if Richie Comey if Richie Latte came to you and he says that he's pleading with you that you should go with him to the GBA to go beg for him, that he has had some remorse that he's not going to do that again. Will you lead him and follow him to the GBA office, to get the ban reduced for him? And if you were also the GBA secretary or the GBA president, would you let this also go amicably? And what would you also say to the people that are also saying that the 5 years is too much? It means they are trying to let him retire. What do you also say about it? So, three questions. Pick the ones that you can and answer, and then I think we'll move on.
I'll try and touch almost every part of these questions.
Okay.
You see, Latte is his own enemy in this case. Okay, Latte is his own enemy in this case. But let me say it from this angle: he is Richard, okay, and then Comey is also Richard. Yeah. And these two guys on the table of GBA. Yeah. So sometimes Comey, this thing, it might be because of the Richard on the table. So now strike your rod. You can't strike your rod on one and then leave the other one. So you
mean like they won't give Richard Comey any back, but because of Latte, they have to give Richard Comey back.
I had to take it from there. You see, what Latte did, if it's mere on some other people, you understand? This thing started. Some people are telling you that, what happened is all about money. Okay, you are now coming up. Skabik is the people, they are the people that make you Latte, the kind of Latte that you are today. And this is even just the beginning, okay? There are more fights, more money will be coming and things like that. But he refused to listen to the good advice from some people, okay? And he moved on, travel with it, and then going against the rules of things like that. You understand? Those are the things that happen along the line. And then till it got to a point of you forging a signature to get the release to travel and go and fight. Okay? And as this thing happened, they did not just track the ban on you. They invite you. The news said that they invite him 3 times. He didn't mind them. Okay? So what do you think you are doing? Yourself? Kofi, you understand?
I understand.
You see, GBA is ready to solve this thing amicably if only Latte agree to go and see them and plead with them, okay? Because they know that he's a boxer. Apart from boxing, there's nothing that he can do reasonably, okay? Okay, apart from boxing, maybe it will be very hard for him to get into something for the thing to work. But he's a boxer. So the international recognitions also understand that once this is, especially in a sport, this is what you know how to do. In cases like this, they don't take it that serious. But his case is being a serious criminal case because you fought somebody's signature, which is a criminal case. Okay. So those that are saying that the 5 years is too much, they should think about it again. If they want to deal with him in this case, the 5 years, it will even be a jail matter. You understand? But still, they are there for him. When he come, listen to them. Maybe some punishment and things like that might be okay. But the banding for 5 years is something. It's like they are just telling you to forget about your career. But all these things is because of him. That is why this thing happened. Like he listened to people from the beginning, or even after all the damages, as he came back to Ghana from the fight. And they invited him. He go there, talk to the people, and then any kind of punishment they give him already. It might be at the good side of him, and then everybody. But he refused that. But now, if I am here and then he coming, okay, for me to take him to GBA and plead for him, I would love to do it, but the damage that he caused himself will still haunt him. GBA is also ready to take care of the case and then let him continue to fight. But what he did and then the way he delayed, and still he's not understanding because he's granting news to other firms and telling them that he did not do anything wrong and things like that. Those are the problem. Yeah, those are the problem. He still don't understand. He did not understand that what he did is bad. He was saying things that can still provoke anybody who know the real story. And he was telling people that is not the story. The GBA stole his money, so forth, so on, which is not the truth. So he knows and he knows what he's doing. So anytime that he come back into his senses and then try to go to GBA, they are there for him. And I'm also believing that still they will give him the chance to continue boxing.
So is 5 years too much? Should they reduce it? For me, 5 years is too much. They are sort of like they should go tell you that just retire.
Okay, the truth of the matter is, 5 years is not too much based on the application. You understand what I'm saying? Richard Comey did something. In short, after he even apologized before he was invited. So this is someone that he has showed his sort, and even before he went there to even apologize, he went with a king. So you see the situation. Good, and it was still given 2 years. Even the king's intervention, maybe Richard Comey should have been banned maybe like just 6 months or maybe some 3 months, just for the GBA, especially when the letter contains the king. But even with that, it was given 2 years. So if you are telling me Richard Comey went to apologize, and you've been invited on 3 occasions and you didn't show up, and you've been given 5 years, someone wants to compare your 5 years, then you have to look at the others too. Because if it was given maybe 3 years, it's not fair. Even the 5 years, it's still not fair. But you never show up, you put signature. Look at his crime. He never showed up. The GBA accuses him of forging a signature. Apart from that, you are granting interviews. Look at Richard Comey's issue. Richard Comey never said anything about the GBA. He was in an interview. He was being interviewed. And he just went off and said some things personally he felt wasn't right or wasn't going on well for him. Within a short time, he came to apologize to the GBA in a video. You understand? After that, he went there with a king. He was summoned. He went there, he pleaded guilty and all that. And he begged them again. Yet he was given 2 years. So I think if there should be a case, or there should be even trying to help any of these, there should be a conflict. But in all those things, it was still given 2 years. So we should be rather be forcing or be talking to the GBA that they should maybe reduce his 2 years to maybe 6 months or maybe 3 months. Because he apologized, made a video, brought in a king and all that. Latte's issue is a little different. He never showed up, he never did anything. So his 5 years is something that has been put there so that if you see, this is just a warning to him, although he has been banned 5 years, it's a sign to him that no, come and do the right things. Even if you feel they are cheating you, these people are the people controlling their affairs now. They've accused you of forging a signature. Come and explain how you got a signature. You understand? But if you are not doing all these things, your case, it becomes difficult for people to even argue for you. And you see, the people that are also saying maybe 5 years is like retirement and all that, Kofi, is because they don't know the issue. We were here when his letter was delaying for the Goma fight. We fought for him. We were on this show. We were talking to the GBA. We said the GBA must release the letter. See, Kofi, even though he had issue with Kabik, we said the letter must be given to him so that after the fight, they can solve this issue. They released the letter for you. You went to fight Goma. Now you came back. You have another fight. You didn't come to the GBA again. The people that fought for you, you turn your back on us. And you forged a letter, alleged. You forged a letter to go and fight your third fight, which shows you've turned your back on us. How then do I argue for you? I can't argue for you. Unless maybe you come and you explain how you got the letter. If really Mr. Johnson will sign the letter for you, and maybe he's not saying the truth. You need to come out with something tangible so that we can make argument on it.
Interesting. Sometimes 5 years ago, so look at the age.
It's a lot.
5 years is a lot. Anyway, but me, I'm seeing it as 5 years not done, so boss. 5 years.
Kofi, but you see, the truth of the matter too is, one has apologized, and he was even still giving 2 years. So you that you are not apologizing and you are granting interviews, Kofi, it shows you yourself you are not ready. Because for all you know, maybe Kofi might still feel, okay, his problem has not been solved, but then he still went to apologize.
Right.
Because of his career, because of where he wants to go. But you are feeling reluctant and you are giving. You see, my problem is when he had an issue and we felt that it was not being treated fairly, Kofi, we spoke for him.
Right.
And I feel we should be fair with our judgment. In the same way, when we said that GVA released a letter for you, now you went there, you made your money, nothing, he didn't show up. You have a third fight. You went to forge it's a claim you forge a signature. Now we shouldn't be at the other side and still be protecting him. Because when you do that, now when an issue comes again and you are calling the GBA won't mind you because the GBA knows you are partial.
Okay.
But if we bash him and we push him to go and do the right thing, like the way we push the GBA to give him the letter to fight Goma, the next time an issue comes and we talk, the GBA will listen to us because they know when he comes here and it's right, we talk. When he's that, but if you don't do that, Kofi, you can't complain that the 5 years is too much. Someone apologize, he has 2 years.
Interesting. We have a lot of comments coming in, including Richie comment. If I have to go through it, the comments. You have comments coming in from Okunka Wellington. Okay, we have T-Men Anane, one of the regular commentators on the show. Anitadi is also here. So I think Richard Comey first came in to say that Brown and I see you, and then he says that Latte did not try, but we plead for them to reduce his band. That's coming in from Tian, and then he said, "I see you too, champ. Thanks for the shout outs." That's from Champion to Anane, and then Champion Anane says that, "Champ, we did for you." That's one that's very true. We did for you, Champion. Around here, Kboxtv, every Ghanaian around the globe be a day for Richie Comey. Now and there, it's something he did. And then he came in to say that it is much appreciated. And then Richie Comey went on to say that, sorry, Kboxtv, my greetings. We take it. All of us here, we take it. Also from Manita, he said, did they invite him with a letter or just called him? Please need an answer. Now and unless you go and check the full records, go to the GBA for them to give us their receive and then send letter before we can give you. But in the letter, they stated that he was invited. You understand? In the letter that the official letter that came out that they have given him the 5 years suspension, it is in there that they invited him for more than 3 times and then he never showed up. You're making me smile like crazy superstar. Thank you. It's also coming in from Anna. Okunka says too much. 5 years is too much. Too much. And then Michael Barakote says the powerful Amedoda. How are you, my guys? We are good. We are good. Please talk about our own Tufilostete who fights against Sonny Jeka in South Africa on the 24th of this month. We'll also talk about it very, very soon, Mr. Kote. Exactly, 5 years is too much. That is what I was telling my guys. So, but you guys don't know. Sowah has a little bit of a law background, so if he's saying some of these things, he's saying this based on the law that he knows. Some of us, we are coming from the emotional part where we can plead, because we know 5 years here, the truth is too much. But from the lawyers and the people who know law, they take it differently. Can they fight outside the country? Yes, Richie Comey would definitely fight outside the country. As for the ban of Richie Comey, it is just for him not to appear on GBA sanctioned fight. But outside the country, he can fight. He can do anything. He can do anything that he wants to do. Play De Latte's I top too much. I know him very well. But 5 years is too much. We beg. Oh man, no, he can't fight anywhere. No, that's not true. Richard Kobe can fight everywhere in the country, apart from Latte. Latte's own offense is his fight internationally.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy is very greedy. But 5 years is too much. They say Latte is greedy. He said any fighters who were caught with PDS before a fight are still in the system fighting. GBA, please forgive Latte. He did not know what he was doing. Hey, some of your comments are very funny, yeah? Very, very, very funny. But hey, it's all part of it. We really appreciate your comments, and it's part of what makes the show a show. Please make we help them make he has something, because we are all one Ghana. Okay, we are all trying. We are all trying. At least 3 months for Komi and 1 year for Latte. That is the sanction that is coming in. And then if you are GBA president, you give ban because what she said to come up for 3 months. Never again boxing promotion and management is in. Thank you for tuning in, Godfrey Akwaloti. He's one of the guys that is behind. What's the guy's name? This welterweight fighter. I've forgotten his name, but what I get it, I'll bring him back. Anita is crying. Thank you guys. You are doing great. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate you anytime you tune in. All the guys, Daniel and Amedoda, on behalf of all of them, we really thank you for tuning in. It's what is always motivating us to want to come on and still continue and champion, Ghana boxing. What about Latte? Philip Kwate is asking. So yeah, as for Latte's matter, the lawyer that I have on my show is saying that there's nothing that he can do, So he's suggesting that he appears before the committee. I think it's very important that you appear before the committee, and then just show some remorse, and then we are human beings. We all switch. Everybody switch at a point, So if you are switched, it doesn't mean that you can't switch back on. Just go and don't feel too big. This is your career, and with some few wins, you can make some few dollars before you go, So I'll just say that just go back to them and then tell them that you want to rewrite your wrongs. They should give you the opportunity for you to, come clean, and then who knows. As for me, I personally feel that because Shikomi has been made the ambassador for the purpose of promoting the sport, because he's down here. We don't always get him to be in the country. He's always out there. So with him here and him landing the ambassadorial deal, the GBA should at least waiver it for now, and let him go all out. Because there's a show happening, all-female boxing show happening by the Greater Accra Amateur Committee. It means all these things are things that he can go, talk and motivate the kids. Get the female fighters into there, because it's also for women, motivate them. So at least they can waiver him, let him do it, and then when he leaves, they can place the ban, something like that. I'm getting it now, especially now he's been made an ambassador. They're going to make his work very difficult for him to do as an ambassador. So
very true.
That is where I'll really want them to look at, so that finally we can make it happen. Fans of Latte, we beg. In fact, we beg. we beg. This is the time for Latte to make money. It is true. Unfortunately, he's sitting on it. So the best thing he has to do, I think my panel has said it. He should just go and see them and talk to them, and then you'll be able to get something right. But guys, I don't think you guys will let me go if we don't talk about the fight happening this weekend. This particular fight. So the YouTuber is fighting a former UFC fighter. Quick comments coming in. Daniel, quick comment.
Kofi, this is not even worth talking about. I think our boxing foundation is trying to push the sport to the biggest level. I don't think we should even be encouraging these things. This is not good for the boxing. Kofi, look around. Look at the number of boxers we have. Wanting to learn an opportunity. What? They are not getting fight. And you have a YouTuber who Kofi, it's like me waking up and saying I want to fight.
Yeah.
Like certain things are there. We should be professional.
Okay.
We shouldn't allow these things to talk. Because you see, once they keep talking about it, another person will wake up. Like you see what Tyson Fury is saying. He wants to fight Francis Ngannou. Kofi, look at the number of heavyweight boxers that we have there that we want to see competitive fight. We're going to fight a UFC guy.
Yeah,
we shouldn't allow these things at all. Because right now our sports is going down. Our sports is really going down. And it's high time that we are passionate about the sports and believe in the sports. We stand up for the sports. These kind of people, they will really destroy our sports. So we shouldn't even, I don't want to even look at them at all.
I know that you don't want to talk about it, Anna.
Oh no, this is a joke. It need not to be part of boxing. No.
Interesting. Now let me jump straight to Ryan Garcia versus Javid Fortuna. Unfortunately for Ryan Garcia, he has to fight the elimination twice. You know, because he already fought the eliminator and then he won. you see why I say these people in like this people are sanctioning bodies. Richie Combe has just fought a fight and he has won. Instead of them to give him a fight to go and fight champion, look at somebody going to fight second eliminator.
It's really sad. I know when it comes to Ryan Garcia, Amedoda is going to be happy. That's not what Amedoda is coming for. But for me, I'm in a position to defend my boy.
Okay, let's hear you. Defend your boy. We are listening.
I'll defend him, Kofi. We all know that these people have been craving for a 20 million purse. Now they want to fight and make 10 million, and Kofi, well, we both know if they should fight today, which is a fight that is actually supposed to happen. Not he fighting to Fortuna, not any fighting Linares. It's supposed to be Devin and Ryan Garcia. That's a fight that is supposed to happen. But if they are really supposed to fight, we both know they can't generate that $20 million pace. Because when we look at the sports today, even with AJ and Tyson Fury, at the end is suffering so much because they want to do a $200 million pace fight. And right now, it seems the funds is not coming. The money is not coming. People, the investment and everything has gone a bit distant. It has become a bit shaken. And Tyson Fury wants to move on. He doesn't want to wait anymore. And Kofi, if care is not taken, you can't make such fights. Because the boxing politicians are now in as much as we need to fight the champion. If we should fight the champion today, we know we can't generate the funds because of COVID. So I believe what they are doing now is that Deviani is going to fight Linares. Ryan Garcia is going to fight Fortuna, which the WBC expect that they are both going to win that fight, which is going to generate noise. Because one is in May and I think one is in June and one is in July. So within that space of 2 months, there's going to be a lot of talks. And that talks can actually, after that, they are going to fight each other. And that talks will generate their money. That's $20 million purse fight they want to make because the talks will be going on. Once Deviani finishes with Linares and he wins, you know the argument will start coming. Deviani will start calling him. Now, once he also fights Fortuna and he wins, Deviani is going to be in the ring. Now the fight will be made. And the fans will actually follow the story and be able to pay that big money for pay-per-view or pay that big money to enter the arena to see these two great fights. So I feel that is what is happening now because you see, Asana Yeni, money, people must eat. And that is what they are doing.
Abluchu Sana Yeni. Okay, you. Sana Yeni. Amedoda, what do you say?
Why Daniel turned the whole thing upside down? Why Daniel why he turned the whole thing upside down? Your boy Ryan Garcia is calling everybody out. Okay, he's calling everybody out. This is the guy who fought for elimination bout already. Okay, and he became #1 contender. Okay. Okay, go and fight the champion. You say you will not. You even call the champion that you will fight him, and then later on you will not fight the champion. then you turn around and say that that champion, you don't regard him. Somebody who is holding the title, you don't hold title here too. You say you don't regard the champion. You don't regard the champion, so you would rather fight Gervonta Davis. So with his mind, Gervonta will not give in for the fight. And then later on, Gervonta say, okay, I'm ready. Let's fight. He said, no, I have a bigger fight that I'm going to fight, which is, what's the name? Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. Yeah.
I'm going to fight Manny Pacquiao. I said, this small boy, what is deceiving him? You are going to fight Manny Pacquiao this time. Later on, they say, oh, that fight is going to be exhibition. It's not going to be on proper, but it's going to be exhibition. I say, where did you reach in boxing? Yeah, you started fighting exhibition. What kind of this thing is it? The only thing is Ryan Garcia is just making more. He's not ready. He himself knows he's not ready. I've been telling you already that guy is not ready for competition. Okay? If he's ready for competition, why Devihani is there with the title and you are the #1 contender? You say you will not fight him. And that is the only thing. It's not about pest bid or anything. Okay? It's not about pest bid. If they say pest bid today, the promoters will come and then beat pest and they will get higher pest in that fight. But Garcia don't want to fight. Right. That is it. That is why they give you the chance. He's going to fight his elimination for 2 times. Meanwhile, Richard Comey is there, coming out from big win. Okay, waiting to fight. Even if they give Richard Comey to him, we will know that Richard Comey is coming from he got a fight. He got a chance to fight. What's the name? What's the name? Game Boy. He refused to fight Game Boy.
Yeah.
He refused to fight Game Boy. Ryan Garcia refused to fight Game Boy.
That's true.
Okay. So he's just making noise, calling people anyhow. The minute more you call Mike Tyson, say Mike Tyson should come for exhibition.
Campbell is an equally good fighter. He fought Campbell. And you see, Kofi, right now, what I want Amedoda to understand is the business aspect of the sports. You see, there's no way this COVID time, this guy, the reason why Ryan Garcia wants to fight the best. He's been calling out the best. But you know, you're under management. Management must be able to make money out of you. Because you have a big contract with them. Kofi, there was no way they were going to make the Deviani fight. Even with the Gervonta, there was no way. See, as of now, Teofimo with Deviani, I doubt that they can even make any competitive fight now. They are all waiting for the vaccines to be issued out so that people can come to the arena. Kofi, when people start coming to the arena, we'll definitely see competitive fight, a lot of competitive fight. But as it stands now, Fortuna is a very good opponent. Fortuna is far better than Linares. You understand what I'm saying? It's far better than Linares. Kofi, it's true. Fortuna is far better than Linares. Kofi, why is it that Deviani is not fighting?
I say, hey, only A at
Good. Why is it that Deviani is not choosing any of the big guys at 135 and he wants to go and fight Linares? We have Richard Comey there. Why is it? Why you see? If I was a little stronger at 135, that maybe Richard Comey there. You know what?
Don't talk anything.
No. If I was like Richard Comey there, then I'll target Deviani here because see, Kofi is the weakest guy amongst the 135. Kofi, see, before Richard Comey will even come on this show, there was a time you asked me this question. You asked me this question that don't I feel Deviani, when Richard Comey lost to Teofimo Lopez, you came and he said something. We all were like, oh, the 135 right now is tight. So Richard Comey must start picking up fights and all that. And you asked me one question. You said, don't I think Deviani, Richard Comey can beat that guy? And Kofi, it brought me to my senses. I was like, yes, Richard Comey will destroy this guy through knockout.
Oh, he will beat him.
Come on. He will
beat him. That guy, they will beat him.
Last time when he fought Gamboa, we were here and we all were like, so this guy is a guy that is being rated like that. It's because he's rich. This is a guy that is rich. He has the millions already.
Interesting. All right, guys. So we've touched on a lot of subjects, but I can't go without talking about this particular fight, which is supposed to happen in South Africa on 24th of this month. This is the fight that what's his name? Michael Baron Cote was talking about. It's a fight between Teofilo Stete and Sonica in South Africa. So it's going to happen at I think East London in South Africa, or Port Elizabeth in South Africa. That's where the fight is going to happen. On the 24th of this month. They'll be fighting for a title, an African title. So we're going to keep our eyes glued on this particular one, and then update boxing fans accordingly on this particular event. So this is the one that he was talking about. And of course, the big show happening in Ghana this weekend is this particular one. This weekend, all road leads to the Bukom Boxing Arena to watch Benjamin Tete as he takes on Richard Amenfo. Richard Amenfo. I was thinking it was supposed to be Charles Amatefield, but it looks like it's going to be Richard Amenfo instead. So, sorry guys for the flyer that you see, but the main guy that is Benjamin Latte will be fighting is called Richard Amenfo. Unfortunately, I think they didn't have time to be able to make the adjustments on the flyer, but that's how it's going to be. Benjamin Latte versus Richard Amenfo. And of course, we'll see the return of Marvelous Dodo, and we'll also see Charles Lesco Susaya, the Ivorian fighter, the Cameroon fighter who's been fighting in Ghana all his life. We'll also see him in action. We'll see some of the new talents that are getting into boxing now. All right, so we'll see debutants like Derek Quay. We'll also witness Mome Ebenezer Sowah, who's also a debutant as well. We'll also witness Samuel Latte. He's also a debutant. And then the Ghanaian fighter that went all the way to India, that lost in India, he will be in action also this particular time. Eric Kwan. He will be taking on Christopher Buxton. Okay, and then we'll also see Mohamed Husseini return to take on Dennis Nyako. A lot of fighters on this. Pakwa Lotte is going to fight Mohamed Ni Ayikwe Ayite, the Win-Based Promotions fighter himself, the flyweight boxer, will also be returning to fight as well. We'll see Richard Fenny, we'll see Prince Quay, Prosper Quay, and all those guys. Some of them are debutants, like Prosper Quay like this, and then Prince Quay is a debutant. So all these guys will be in action at the Bukom Boxing Arena this weekend. Like I said, tickets are selling 20, 50, 100 on the winbase.com, right? So just go to www.winbase.com and then buy your tickets today and be part of this thing. Now, of course, every show in Ghana, Kboxtv is going to be there, right? Yes, we'll be there to stream this show live on our platform for you guys to be able to watch. And yes, before I go, I'd like you to know that the title that Tete will be going to compete for in South Africa is an IBF title, an IBF African title, so IBF Continental title actually. So a lot is on his shoulder to be able to come back home with that particular title, and to take Ghana to his home, to the flag of Ghana, and of course to take his whole career to the next level. Because winning this thing is definitely going to get him into the rankings, and once you're in the rankings, you know what's going to happen, right? Yes, maybe one day, who knows, you get a shot at the world title. So guys, that's how we end the show for today. I really appreciate you guys. I mean, before you go, Daniel, your last words before you go.
Okay, I think I'll touch on Basti, Richard Comey, and Latte. I think Basti should be prepared. Right now that is in the ranks, it should start training hard and be prepared. Just be prepared, because it could be caught at any time, especially when it's there before and it's had all the exposure. Now with Richard Comey, I feel it's already seen the GBA and he's spoken to them through the king and all that, and they still have 2 years. But I think with his endorsement with the ambassadorial deal he has now, I feel he should go with the king again, so that they will go and plead for the second time. So like we are saying, they can uplift the ban so that they can go around and utilize it. At least they can have a discussion with the GBA, because this ambassadorial deal that he has is not just for him, it's for boxing fans, the boxers, and the GBA also. Exactly. So it's a gain for all of us. So why would a gain for all of us ourselves who will block it? It won't help. So I think there should be another conversation, and I know the GBA will listen to it, because when you make arguments like this and you bring in a king, Kofi, they will listen to it so that maybe they will uplift it or make it maybe a one-man band so that he can just pass as quickly so that he can also work. Now with the latte too, Kofi, latte, you've been to the UK, you've been able to have 3 fights at a go. And at least if you are not getting crowd, let's say maybe a £30,000 for 3 fights. That's a lot of money. So why don't you just pay your commission, have a conversation with the GBA, release you? Because right now you are a household name in the UK. Even they can even make about 2-3 more fights for you before you finally retire. Because they know when they bring you, you're a good heavyweight, but apart from that, the excitement you bring along, you're a good talker. So they should look at it from this way. At least 3-4 fights. Whilst we sit here, you are not going to earn less than you did before. It may go up. So if you take an opportunity, go to the GB, they call you, have a conversation with them. It's all about a conversation because in a sport that we are trying to grow, it's always about conversations. Right. What is in for you? What is in for me? We strike, we talk, then we work our differences. But I think that is that's how I can see it.
I really appreciate your time, Daniel. You've been amazing on the show tonight. Same with Cudjoe Amedoda. Without you guys, this show would not be what it is. Really, really thank you for making time always to tune in on Saturday, on Thursday to let your opinions be heard around the world. Really, really appreciate you guys. And so to all our fans that tune in to watch us, Anita Adi, T Mena Nane, Richie Come, the world champion himself tuning in. We also really appreciate you. Michael Baron Corte, Okunka, Wellington, Philip Corte, Joyce, Joyce Cody, everybody, Godfred, Papoa Lotte, again, Richie Come again, everybody that tuned in to send us a comment, we really, really appreciate you. Philip Ingwa, Face Artete, and then Jerry Latte himself. Thank you also for tuning in as well. We really appreciate you guys for sending us, or sending us comments anytime that we come on live here. You are the reason why we keep on doing this thing. And we thank you for always also hearing us out. That our opinions are like we are not just expressing them because we just wanted to sit in our neck, but because we feel like it's going to change the game. And so we hope that you guys take our opinions like in good faith. If it's a criticism, take it constructively, and for the best of your career to get to where you want it to get. So on a note, we'll say a very big shout out also to Nini Danso from Mamprobi who tuned in to also watch us. We also really appreciate you, Nini Danso in Mamprobi. I want you to have a conversation with One Bullet and Sam. I want to have him on our show very soon. I'm also trying to get Muntaka. What's his name? I said Muntaka. The guy that fought Basi. I'm trying to also speak to him to get him on my show too as well. And a few lot of others, because I'm already seeing some news that a young fighter wants to take on him, Bullet. And then again, I even want to give him the platform to also tell Ghanaians why he thinks he's the next big thing, because I feel like he's the next big thing in Ghana now. He can sell the arena anytime. So I want him to be on the show himself and tell the story his way, and let the people get to fall in love with him and then love him more. What about Jesse Manuel Planche? I'm also trying to talk to him to get him on my show. Somebody's been asking, when am I going to get Jesse Manuel Planche? I'm trying to also get him on my show very soon, so don't worry. Anita asking when I'm going to bring Bullet very, very soon. I have Nini Danso talking to him, so definitely I'll be having him on my show very soon. So Nini Danso, just make it happen, and let's take it from there. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, the link is in the description below. Please kindly click on the link below and subscribe so that anytime that we come on here, we'll be able to, get notified and then watch us and recommend us and tell somebody that if it's about Ghana boxing, they should tune in on every Thursday on the Total Boxing Show live on Kboxtv, and they'll be updated on what is happening in Ghana boxing. Until then, have a very good evening, and I leave you with words of the one and only One Bullet Dancer. Have a very good evening.
I'm ready for this fight. Sorry for one fall down, not two fall down, not three fall down, no four fall down. But I'll switch them off because Sheriff is a ridiculous person. It's a nuisance. It's a damn road. Sheriff is a procrastination. I'm ready for this time. So I want them to all of us come in. If you don't come in, go watch them.